Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and today we're going to make these, and I'm going to call these a cascading flip pocket. I've always made cascading albums and cascading little inserts for my mini albums, but I never had tried it for our journals because you don't want anything too thick. But I made these out of book pages and they turned out great, I thought. They're going to be fantastic to use in our journals. You can just glue it down right here to your page, the top, and then you have a pocket here, and then it flips. You have writing space, a pocket here, it flips, writing space, and then a pocket here. And then, of course, you can flip that one up, more writing space if you want. So that is how it would glue down, just this little piece right here. You can put it at the top. You could put it over on the side, any way that you wanted to. You could also leave this longer, this piece, a little bit longer, and then hang it over the side. The only thing is, it wouldn't go all the way down. You'd still have some of this sticking out. So, or you could just clip it in if you wanted to do that. But we're going to make some of these, and we're going to make that one I made out of book pages, and then just decorated them up. This one I'm just going to make out of some paper that we've had. This is I'm still working on the my porch prints. I think this is what is this? Wildflowers, I do believe. I've just got this. I pull these scraps out. I'm just working through my scraps mainly, and I've backed them with some tea dyed paper, or I don't know if this is tea dyed or ink dyed. I can't remember. But anyway, I just backed them with some paper. They don't have to be backed with anything thick. Then what we're going to do is, and I'm just using this ruler just because I'm not going to drag out my trimmer right this second. I think this will tear it pretty straight. Doesn't have to be perfect, just... And I didn't want a decal edge on it. That's why I'm not using my other little tear tool. I just wanted it straight. So there we go. Those look pretty good. And that one. And then I backed this one, I think. And that one maybe. And you can do 3 or 4 or, ever how many that you want. Just depends on how big your journal is and how long you might want it. You might want them to come all the way to the bottom of the page, or you might want them to come just halfway of the page. That just depends on what you want. Let's see, looks like I've already trimmed this one. Just gonna get that little white edge off at the top right there. Okay, I'm gonna lay that aside. Now you can also make these wider. I've got one over here that I've kind of torn, and I'm gonna make one a little bit wider. These are 3 inches is what I did these. Now, all you need to do now is I just kind of decide which one I'd like to show on the front, and then we're going to just go through here and decide which one we want next. And I think I'll put this one next. And what you need to do is at the top, just need to turn down a little edge. I usually go about a 1/2 inch. That looks like a little bit more, but about a 1/2 inch will work. And just make sure that you fold it down straight. I usually use my little scoreboard, because if you don't fold it down straight, then you're not gonna your pockets are gonna go like this. So fold it down straight like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and fold all of them over. Then we'll kind of go from there. And this is at the top that you need to do this fold. See, that doesn't look very straight. I think I'm going to use my scoreboard. I'm not so good at this if I don't use my scoreboard. And I don't mind that little wrinkle being in the top there. I'm going to go ahead and fold this one over. I'm just scoring at 1/2 inch. And then I just fold it over and burnish it. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and do this one. 1/2 inch. Fold it over and burnish. Now, if you have a little bit of paper, you know, sticking out if they're not exactly the same width, don't worry about that right now. You can always trim the sides off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through here and we'll decide how we want these to stack. I think I will have this one in the very back. And that means I'm going to take a little bit off of the bottom here. I'm going to come up almost to that line. I just fold it up and, you know, about where I want the bottom to be cut off at. Let's see, let's grab our little trimmer here. And there's no rhyme or reason to this. It's just whatever you decide for a pocket. So see, that's going to be my pocket. If you had a double-sided paper, you could just fold it up and let that be your pocket, but I don't want that on the front side, so I'm going to fold that up like that. I'll still have some of my flowers showing, so that'll still work. Okay, now you're just going to take another one, and I'm going to lay these little pieces out. I just kind of hook them together at the top, and then I look at it and decide how I want this pocket to stagger. You're just going to kind of stagger them up through there. So that one's going to be a little bit longer than this one. So we're going to cut this one off. And if you want to be real precise with this, you can measure. I just kind of look at it and go, so there's that one. And see, that one will come up just a little bit. Okay. Now, when you start stacking these together, you may see that you're going to need to trim a little bit, and that's fine. Just trim. Just don't worry about it right now. Just kind of cut your pockets and then go from there. 'Cause we can always trim any down that we need to. Okay, so I just cut a few pieces off. And now what I'm going to do is grab me a little piece of cardstock. I have some here somewhere. There's a little piece right there. Okay. Oops. All right. Now, I don't glue my pockets on right now because I may end up having to trim some of these off to make them stack right. So don't glue your pocket on first. Okay, now you're going to start putting these down with the one that you want on the front. So this is going to be my top one. So I'm going to start gluing that one down, top, the one I want on the top first. And you're going to put it right up against that edge at the top there. Just make sure that this is a nice straight edge there. So just glue that down like that. You see, I put my glue on this side of that little fold, not on this side. You don't want that to be glued down. And then just like that. Then you're going to go to your next one, which is probably going to be this one. That's going to be my next length. See, they're going to be staggered or stacked. I'm going to put my glue right here on the outside, not the inside. Okay. And then I butt it up against the end of that, where that fold is, down here at the bottom, not on top of it. And then before I really press it down, I fold this over and just kind of look at them and see if I've got them stacked pretty straight, and it looks like I do, so I press it down. Now, I didn't put my pockets on first, if you notice, because sometimes with me not doing a lot of measurements on this, I may have to trim something off a little bit. So don't put your pockets on first. Okay, our next one is going to sit right there. So that looks like it's going to be that one. And I may just do 3 on this one. Yeah, I think 3 is going to be enough. We'll use that piece for something else. Okay, so we're going to take this one, put our glue right here. And then I'm going to put it right down there. Now, I'm not butting this one up at the very end simply because I made that fold a little bit wider than a 1/2 inch. So I'm just laying it down on there about where I think the 1/2 inch mark would be on there. So see, you got that one. You got all this writing space. Got this one, writing space. That one's folded there. And then writing space. Now, all of this you can trim off. So I just go back in and do a little haircut on that. Right up against it, so you can't even see this from the front. So you're kind of wondering, how in the world did those go together like that? Okay, now we can put our pockets on there. Now you can also trim this back off right here if you want to. It doesn't matter with me, I leave it and just glue it down, but you don't have to have it that big if you don't want. So I think I'm going to let that be the front pocket right there. Or, no, this was going to be my front pocket, wasn't it? Because it has the flowers on it. Yes. Alright. I'm going to take your little punch and punch out just a little bitty pull. Then I'm going to take my ink, and this is Vintage Photo. I have people that ask me what ink I use the most. This is my go-to ink. If you see me using something that's in this little thing, it's always my Vintage Photo. Sometimes I will grab another one, just depending on if I want something to look a little bit different color. Now I'm trimming the bottom of that off because I did have it a little bit long. But, you know, if I want to try to match up my colors, I might grab another color. But most of the time it's this. And I am going to ink these up too. I just do those at the end. See, that's going to glue down right there. Make a little pocket. So you're just going to put glue on the side, the bottom, and then back up that side. And then just glue it right down at the bottom. Just like that. There we go, got that one. Then I think this one would be our next, or we could put, let's see what we want to show. Oh, I think I put this one. No. I want to put this one, and then I'm going to put this one down here because I want some of this green to show. So we're going to put this one next, or maybe this one. I know, I'm changing my mind, sorry. I'm just flipping back and forth. Nothing is set in stone when I start crafting, I'm telling you. It can always change in midstream, like I tell you all the time. I have somewhat of a plan, but when I start working it up and putting things together, if something feels like it would look a little bit better or different another way, then that's what I do. Okay, we'll glue this one down right there, and you can see my pockets are different sizes. They don't have to be the same size. This one is a little bit bigger than the first one. Of course, your first page is short. This one's a little bit longer. And the next one might even be a little bit longer. You know, it just depends. No, you don't have to have it perfect. Alright, then we're going to put our last one down. And I'm going to use this because I want that green to show out there on the front. And I'm just going to clip this off. And like I said, if you're using a double-sided paper and the other side is really pretty, you can just do that. You don't have to back it. This one didn't have anything on the other side, so that's why I backed these. This is just printed on copy paper. It doesn't need to be too thick, but it doesn't need to be too thin either. You want it to hold your tags. Put that down right at the bottom. Oops, slid it a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to ink around this, and I flip each one up and I ink the back side too. You could also include pockets on the back of these if you wanted to. Now, if you finish with it and it looks like that and you think, oh no, I've done something wrong, you haven't. It's just that it folds up like that. This is loose so that everything will flip. So you see how that looks from the side? But once you glue this down or attach it down, whatever way you want to put it in your journal, then it's going to be just like that. Flip, flip, and flip. Okay, now we're going to put a little bit of embellishments on here. Let's see. I know I want a tag on this, or a label. Tag or a label. Oh, let's try some of these little flowers on this one maybe. Bring in a little pop of color on that page. That's pretty. Now, I'm going to use my little decorative scissors to just clip this off and make it look like a little stamp, which that's basically what these are supposed to be. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I included these in a freebie over on the blog. All you have to do is go to the link below that says blog, and then just scroll down the page, and I think you'll see these little stamps as a free download. So I think we'll put that there. Well, after I lay it down, now those colors don't look like they match too well. So let's try another one. Let's see. No. You know, sometimes it looks good until you lay it down there, and then you're like, oh, that didn't match. That's a really deep red right there. So I'm just going to look through here. I know I've got some larger ones that are the deep red, but I wanted a small one. I think I may just go with that rose. I think that will work. It doesn't have to be exact. Okay, we're going to go ahead and glue this down. And I'm going to put it right there. I like that. I like how that looks. Okay. Then I think I would like to have maybe a stamp up here if I've got one that looks like it might go. I was trying to see what was on that stamp. I don't want to put something really weird on there. I don't know. None of those stamps really work. They're more blue. Let's see if I've got one over here. A lot of these I cut out just from postage that I get. And if I don't find one that matches, I can always stamp there. Okay, let's forget about that for now and go on. We might decide on something else in a minute. Oh, that would work. Look at that. The purples and the purple. I like that. That's a Tim Holtz label, I do believe. And then down here at the bottom, I may just want a number. Just a small little number. And I think I'll just use one of these. This is from Tina, Shabby Dabby Doodah on Etsy. This is my little ephemera journal, and I do have links for it below. I have people that ask about that every time I pull it out. I have links for the large one, that one, and then the medium size one, I do believe. The one that I call my butterfly journal. Okay, I think that's how I want that to go. But I'm just going to lay them down there for a minute and see if I want anything else under them. This one is my butterfly, birds, and bees journal. So let's see if we got just a tiny little butterfly that we could put on here. I don't have any that are really, really small, I don't think. Nope. Oh, that would be cute. There we go. That's a little one. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of ink around here just in case when I trimmed it out, if I didn't get all of the white off of there, that just takes care of that part. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and put that down. Hold it up so I can see if it's anywhere near straight. And then we'll put our number down here. Let's see, I feel like I want something else. Let's see about a piece of lace. We've got some scrap lace right here that might look okay. Yeah, I think that right there would look okay, maybe. Let's see if we have anything else. We've got this, it's got a few little ruffles in it. Oh, I like that one better. Okay, we're going to put that down. Then we'll put our number down. I had quite a few questions last night after the video if I had any more of these bottles. We have more of the bottles and the glue and the tips coming. I'm just hoping they get here this week. We have just about sold out of everything, and the suppliers are not getting in any hurry shipping things to us, so it's been a little bit hectic. Alright, we shall trim that off. And yeah, I'm going to save that piece because I think I'm going to use it on the top of a tag. There we go. Then we can put our number down right here. Cute. I like that. And I think I want something stamped right here in the center of that. So let me see what stamps I've got that might fit in there. Don't know what I have, but we shall see. These are all postage type stamps. I could probably stamp that in there. Maybe. Okay, let's try it. If it doesn't work, you know what I'll do? I'll glue another label on top of that one. Cover it up. And I'm just going to use some of this ink that I have out here, right here. Not going to change it, I don't think. I need to see if I'm stamping right side up or upside down, though. That's upside down. So let's go this way. Yeah. And I just want a faint stamp. I don't want it real thick. Or real thick. I don't want the ink real thick. Yeah, I like that. That works. Now, I will try to leave a link below where I got these stamps. I think I got them off of Amazon, truthfully, and I don't think they were about $4. But I'll try to remember to leave a link for those. Alrighty, now let's make some tags now. So all you need to do is just grab some different things that you have and make some tags. Okay, I'm going to rummage through my stash and see what I have to make tags out of. Just something that's already in my scraps so that I don't cut up any more pages. So I think I'm just going to use some of these scraps right here to make my tags. I think most all of them's going to be the right width. I may make 2 for that top one. Okay, let's trim these down a little bit. I guess I should back them before I trim them down, but this one's already trimmed down, so I'll have to back it let's just go ahead and put some backing on these. I'll use all of them for tags, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm just using a scrap piece of cardstock for my backing. You can use whatever, some tea-dyed paper would be pretty. Just whatever you have, whatever you like to use for the backing on your tags. I usually use cardstock if my tags are real thin, which these are. These are just printed on plain printer paper. Oops, I need to put them down on this side. You can see this is where I printed extra pockets the other day. I didn't need them, so we're going to use them for tags. I'm going to wipe this glue off of this side so it doesn't stick to my table. There we go. And then glue this one down. Oh, there's a glob of glue. Glob of glue. Alright, put this one down here. Put that one down all the way across there, and I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of magazine paper or a magazine sheet to glue on. I don't have any new stories to tell you guys lately. And we had Christmas, but other than that, we haven't really done anything because, you know, we can't go anywhere. So we've just basically been working, getting orders out and trying to get orders in. Haven't really done a lot more than that. Okay. Since I don't have long enough to do this whole thing, I'm just going to go to about right there. And then I'll just tear that extra off. I'm just going to put my glue down on here. Hopefully one day there'll be lots of stories to tell everybody. But right now, we're just working and waiting, working and waiting. Waiting on orders. Or waiting on our orders to come in, I should say. You guys have been fantastic ordering. I really appreciate it. I know you look at the store and you think, there's nothing else to order. Why don't she get some product in? Well, we're trying. It's been a little bit of a madhouse trying to get the manufacturers to send our orders. One said that they sent our order and it would be delivered on Sunday. Well, I waited around on Sunday trying to get the order and it never showed up, so I messaged her on Monday morning. I said, my order was supposed to have been here yesterday. I didn't get it. Where is it? And she said, FedEx forgot to pick it up. So they forgot to pick it up. So now it won't be here till tomorrow. And it's got a lot of goodies in it. I can't wait till it gets here. So that's the life around here lately. Okay. I have got glue all over the top of that one. Alright, let's see how deep I need, or how long I need my tags. I think for the front I'll use kind of a plain one. And I'm just going to make it a little bit shorter. About right there. I think that will be long enough for that one. Yeah, that's plenty long enough for that one. Then for the next one, we can make, and these are a little bit more narrow than what I would make normal tags, but I'm just using up what I have. So I'm going to make that one that length, and that will get that flower right there. I want all of that flower on here. And see, I can always have that for another little short tag. I could put that one in the front pocket along with that other one. Okay, and then for the back one, and I always have people that ask me about this trimmer. This is a trimmer that I have had for a long time. It's an old Fiskars, I do believe. I don't even know if it has a name on it. No, it's a tonic. I haven't found one exactly like this, but I have linked 2 or 3 different ones, I think, in my Amazon store that are same, identical. It's just not a tonic. I think some of them are Swing Line, and that's a good brand. And then one may be Fiskars. That's a really good brand. So you can go over and check those out if you'd like, if you want one of these little trimmers. I like it for the little stuff. And you don't have to drag out your big trimmer. Okay, that should be enough tags. And I like that, even though it's not exactly a tag. I love that old postcard look there. So I'm thinking I might just put that in there like that. Don't know. I'm going to look and see. Now this one I do want to cut into a tag shape, I think. And I'm going to trim it off just a little bit at the top. And I may want, yeah, I want this to be the top, I think. Nope, my writing goes that way. All right. We are just going to snip the edges of this. And I could dig around and find my little pattern that I've got for these edges, but it's buried over there. So I'm just going to do this. That will work right there. Then this one. Sometimes this is just as fast as trying to find my pattern. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut these too. If I don't use them in here, I can always use them in another. And okay, I'll save those back. I don't think I'm going to need all of those. Now, I had a little piece of lace that I wanted to use for the top of one, and I'm going to use it for the top of this one. That's cute. I like that. Almost looks like a little crown. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and ink around them first. Now you could stitch around these too. That'd be pretty. I'll probably stitch around mine off camera, but you could stitch around these. That'd be really pretty. That right there. Let that dry for just a second. Now on these, what shall we use for a topper? I don't think I want one of those large punch. Okay, we're going to punch a circle, fold it over, and use that for a topper for this. There we go. And then let's see, we may just use this for another one. I'm just going to fold it because it doesn't like to cut that thin paper, and I'll cut 2 at once. I'll use them anyway. These are just little 1-inch circles. There we go. Okay, let's tuck this one in right behind that maybe. Okay. And yeah, it covers part of that, but that doesn't bother me because when you pull that tag out, you can see all of that. So there. And then put one here. And then I'll probably go ahead once I stitch around these and I'll put a little bit of something on the tags. I'm not going to do that right this minute, but I'll probably do that later. Isn't that cute? I love that. I don't know, I'm not really liking that now that I put it in there. I like that better, just like that. So we'll use that for something else as well. I think that's cute. Okay, so there are 2 of them. Now, I'm going to show you how to make one that's a little bit larger. I probably won't finish it. I won't decorate it, but we'll cut it. All right, now this is just book page that I have just torn out of a book. Here you go, like that. I just trimmed the sides down because I'm going to make this one a little bit wider. So you can see I've just got, this is, how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4, maybe 4.5. So I've just folded over a 1/2 inch at the top, 1/2 inch at the top. So there's 2, and then what I do on the book pages to keep my words from being upside down, because I don't want my words upside down. And you could do different if you want to. You can change it around and do it like you want to do it. But I just like doing it this way, and I like all of my words to be the right way up. I'm just going to make sure that I get this about the same width. I know you say if you're going to decorate them, then why do you worry about your words? Well, all of the words you're not going to cover up, so. Okay, this one I'm just going to fold over about 1/2 inch. Now on the book pages, I seem to don't have a lot of problem folding them over at 1/2 inch because I can go by the lines of the words. But on regular paper, I do. Okay, so that'll be the front one. There's the second one. This will be, let me lay these in here like they're going to need to be. That will be that one. So I'm just kind of staggering them in there so I can see how big or how small of a pocket on this bottom one. Just going to fold it up about right there. And see, there's my top one. There's that one, and I just lay them like that, like I'm going to glue them. And then this one, lay it like that, like you're going to glue it down. And then you can see how much you need to cut off of each one. There's that one, and then that one we're going to trim right there. So we'll trim it right below that line of words. And that's going to be our pocket there. Ooh, this one's going to be pretty, I think. Okay, I'm going to punch the tops of these. I'm going to try to punch them all together. Make sure I get them all the right way up. And I think I may use this punch. Since this is a little bit wider, I'm going to use my oval. There we go. Yes, I like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ink these, and then we will start gluing those other ones down. Now, if you want to stitch around these, I'd go ahead and stitch around this and then glue it down. Because once you glue it down, you can't really stitch around this part. You'll close up your pocket. This book page is, I don't know, it's a different feel. I don't know exactly what it's printed on, but it just feels almost like material. It's a really good feel. Nice strong book page. Okay, I'm just going to use a scrap piece of paper. This is just a scrap piece of watercolor paper, but it's got a nice straight edge at the top. You're going to start with your shortest one. We'll glue it down first. Oops, you know what I need to do? I need to back these first. I could back them after, but I think I want to put the backing on now. I think I do. Let me grab some tea-dyed paper. Or this is actually ink-dyed paper. Then we'll go ahead and put the backing on, and then we will glue them down. Okay, now we're ready to glue these down. I've got my backing on there. Now that one needs to be glued a little bit more. So we're going to glue the shortest one first. You put your glue on this side, not under here, but on this side. And then you're just going to butt it right up against the top. Alright, then fold that up. You're going to put your next one down, which this is my next length right here. I'm just going to reinforce that since I put that book page, since I put the backing on there. There we go. And we're going to put this one down. We're going to butt it right up against the end of that. Not on top of it, but at the end of it. And just press that down. Fold that up. And I just kind of check them like that to make sure that they're still in line. And then this one is going to go right at the end of that one. So right there. And I think these will still fit in my journal. If not, I will make lots of other journals that they will fit in. I didn't measure this. It would be good if you measure your journal first. But I didn't measure this one. I just wanted to make one this length. But let's see if it's going to fit. Where's my journal? Yes, it will still fit in there. Great. Okay. Now we're going to give it a haircut there on the sides. Cut that off. And I don't worry about this. I know that's because I'm going to glue that down. If you're not going to glue that down, then you can put something else on there. Alright, now we can put our pockets on. So let's see. I think I did that one for my back pocket maybe. And maybe this one for that. And then that one for the front. Oh, look at that. I've got my numbers on there. Love my numbers. Y'all know I love my numbers. I know I'm strange, but I love numbers. I guess that's why I became an accountant many years ago. But I'm so glad I don't do that anymore. Well, I still do my own accounting, but I don't do everybody else's. I don't work for a company and do theirs. I do my own. Because it is very stressful. Okay. Alright. Then we got this one. And there are our pockets for that one. Isn't that cute? I love that. I like the narrow ones, but I love the wide one too. Alright, let's go ahead and put some embellishments on here. Let's see what we want to put on. I don't want to cover up my number, but I want a little something on there. We might could use this postcard on here. On this one. I'll lay it there and we'll look at it. See what we might want to put. Butterfly. Oh, I like that butterfly on there. I don't know, let's pull a pop of color. Let's do maybe a pink one. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, then let's look at some. I don't want to put a bug on there. We could put a mushroom on. Love these little toadstools. Nope, that's not the right color. Now the bottom one you're not going to be able to see a lot. So I may not put anything big on that bottom one. Okay, I'm going to take that off because I'm still not liking that too much. I think we'll put a real pop of color up there. Use that. And then maybe, okay, I think we'll do that at the top. And I don't mind that red and yellow together. I think I might put that 50 right there, 50 cents. put our little butterfly down here, and it has a little pop of red in it. And then this little postcard down here, and that little toadstool right there, maybe. It's got the yellow and the yellow, yellow, yellow. A little bit of red here, red there. And, I probably don't need anything right there, but I feel like I want a number. I don't know why I want another number. Maybe not a number. Let's see what else we have. Okay, I think I'm going to put this little scrap piece of lace right here on the second one. And it's some that I have ink dyed. Move it over that way. And then we're going to put this number on there. Well, it's 50 cents. It's one of Tim Holt's pieces of ephemera. We'll go ahead and put our butterfly down. Just do a little bit of inking. Our little toadstool, and this is also a Tim Holtz piece of his ephemera. Then we'll do these two pieces. Then we'll put this down, and I'm going to tear off that little edge. All right, then let's put something in that. Just put a label in there, inside there. I need a short one, so let's see. Let's do Timeless. It's kind of a shorty. These are ours that I just made a little bit smaller when I printed them out. Okay, and then I think that one's going to call for a piece of bling. Maybe right there. What do you think? I think that will work. Oh yeah, I like that. And there we go. There is the wider ones, the narrow ones. And like I said, make them any size, any width that you want. I just think they're cute. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Before you can download any of our freebies, we ask that you be a subscriber to our channel. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.